Aloha everyone. It's pouring rain in Lahaina, so I could lose internet or electricity anytime because this is an island and that's a normal thing. That's why you need to be prepared. But anyway, before we lose electricity or the internet, let's get this video going. Quite a few signals overall this evening. Really quick, I'm going to run through all the ones that I'm not taking that showed up, like CIFS, IRMD, AABA, NDSN, NVR, NC, CASI. So, I mean, there's a lot of chart patterns out there that look really good right now, but by the end of the evening of scanning, this evening, I should say, I came up with 6 new long positions. There's 5 that I'm taking. I'm not going to take the quote safest one because it has no juice behind it and I'm extremely limited on capital. In fact, this is probably the second least amount of capital following a session that I've had all year long. I believe earlier in December or last month in November, there was a session after the session where I had less capital than I currently have. I can put less than 0.5% capital in each of these positions. It's right around 0.33% capital. I contemplated putting 0.5% in all 4, but my methodology is take all the signals. So I decided to reduce everything to 0.33% in each of these signals. Follow and obey the asset allocation recommendation on the website if you are underinvested. I believe everything this evening is 2%. 2% of your account capital per position and or 1% for ARDM. But let's start it off with the two safer ones. CCS and XHE are both quote safer signals. CCS is half canceling quality. Its EPS number isn't quite above 80, but the earnings and sales growth is quite strong. Nice surge in BOP today, nice surge in volume, pocket pivot point signal with the candle over candle. So I want to get long CCS, limit order 3015, first cut loss level right there, 2910. And then since I can't do a full position, my final stop for now will be right there, but you could use this level and or you could put all your stop right here. It's up to you, but 2910 is my first one, 2750 is my last one, 3015 CCS. The next safe signal and the safest is XHE, but at the same time you're not going to get much juice. But still, when this stock does move, it does have the potential to move, 43%. I was kind of more looking at this move from here to here, so you're looking at a potential 20% move, and you're only going to risk less than 2%. So you're looking at over a 10-to-1 reward risk ratio. So with this one, I haven't looked at the options. I don't know if it is on the options. It doesn't say optionable here, so it probably isn't. And even if it it probably wouldn't have enough open interest or liquidity to work. But if you would want to load up your entire portfolio on margin in this stock, just so you could have one trade, this is the kind of stock to do it with XHE. Limit order 6540. First cut loss level 64.37. Final cut loss level 63.08. Now, if this thing stays in between 65.40 and 65 after all of my new long positions trigger, and if I do raise some capital, then I'll take a position in XHE, but a position won't be taken unless any capital is raised. And if the stock is up over 65.40 whenever that capital is raised, I definitely won't be chasing. But 65.40 if you do play it, 64.37 and 63.08 as the two stops. Those are the two safe trades. The best overall stock signal probably is BPMC. It was in all of my perfect speculator scans. It's a high price biotech stock. Bullish candle over candle off the 50-day moving average. BOP, a little surge from the session before, volume heavier than the previous session, so it's pretty much a solid confirmation. Want to get long BPMC at 76. You may just want to use the one cut loss level at 70.82, but since it's a reduced position for me, I'll be using 70.82 and 62.99. And like I keep reminding everybody, BPMC was originally a signal back here, but the stop triggering mechanism on Interactive Brokers end failed on this stock for me in April. Don't know if I would have held it. So this is technically an add signal, but for me it's a new long position, so I'll mark it down as a new long position on the website just to keep everything simple. But 76, 70.82, and if you have a reduced size like me, you can use 62.99. But once again, if this level goes before this level comes into play and it loses green bop or does it on heavier volume, that stop will never see the light of day on BPMC. And then CYD, low price perfect speculator stock, also in my green bop for the past 20 days scan. Nice bullish hammer candle off 50-day moving average. Want to get long CYD, limit order 25.15. First cut loss 24.05. Second cut loss 22.99. And then since it's reduced position for me, I'm even going to use this third level here, 21.73. But 3 clear support levels with the green bop in it for CYD. Low price perfect speculator scan stock confirmation in my green bop scan. It's also basically a quarter can slim quality stock. I can't remember exactly what the fundamentals were with it, but I know that it's a semi can slim quality stock. I think the most recent earnings and sales growth is pretty solid. I'd have to go look up in Market Smith, and I haven't done that yet. I never do that before making these videos, but it's a semi can slim quality stock, so I guess you could technically say that it's you know, a 3% position instead of a 2%, but I just want to keep it simple. Since it's not even a half can slim, I consider it a quarter, just going to be 2%. And then the last two, ARDM and TRT. ARDM and TRT are the two sub $10 stocks. They're both low price, perfect speculator scan quality. ARDM is also in my max green bop for the past 5 days scan. Want to get long ARDM? This one's a 1%er because it's extended from the 20-day moving average. But it would be, if it was in the max green bop for 5-day scan like it was, and the perfect speculator scan, it would be a 2% position if it was touching the 20-day moving average. But since it's not 1%, limit order, ARDM, 526. First cut loss level, 474, this low right here. Probably your final cut loss level, 394, but I'll be using 3. I'll be using 474, 394, and 359 since I have a reduced position, or will be initiating a reduced position in this stock. But ARDM, I really like this stock. It basically triggered a new long signal here, but I didn't take it because it didn't close near the highs. Then it triggered a new long signal basically here, but I didn't take it because BOP was going the wrong way. So now I feel like I've missed the stock. I do not feel like I'm chasing it because I'm getting a bullish hammer reversal candle price print right at support, right near the gap up. Not the gap up. Is that a gap up? 475 is the high, 475 is the low. So yeah, it's basically a gap up, low a day at 475. But ARDM, this is probably my favorite chart pattern out of them all, but it's a little extended, so not in love with it. And then TRT, this is technically the best combined signal. TRT is a speculative stock, but you can see this gap up here following earnings, the rally, the pullback, heavier volume on this little wick right here, and then low volume as it now prints a candle over candle, bullish hammer candle over candle pattern. Volume's not there and BOP is going the wrong way, but the thing with this one is it sports a 99 EPS rating. I always want to get long the 99 EPS rating. Remember TNET, it didn't have green BOP on yesterday's ad signal, but because it had a 99 EPS rating and because support was right here with the bullish candle over candle pocket pivot point and BOP moving in the right direction, it was an automatic ad signal with the 99 EPS. TRT, even though it's a low price stock, the earnings and sales growth is quite strong. The profit margin is good. The debt's good. The return on equity is good. Everything looks legit despite this being a low price stock. It looks like it's going to be an undiscovered gem. Being in my low price perfect speculator scan and having a 99 EPS, this is an easy long signal despite the technical situation not being perfect. So I want to get long TRT, limit order 684. First cut loss level either 649 or 644. It could also be your final cut loss level 644, but for me 644 will be my first cut loss level, and the final one will be that gap up low a day at 604. All right, everyone, I'll see you back in the chat room on Thursday. Everything looks really good, and I didn't know that the Dow Jones Transportation Average looked like this. Somehow, I remember this move. This move was incredible, but somehow it's been off my radar lately, and to see it recently hitting new highs while the market is kind of like floundering around just proves to me that this is a market that just simply is rotating from one index to the next, from the S&P 500 to the Dow Jones Industrial Average to the NASDAQ to the Russell 2000 to the Transportation Average. Next might be the Biotech Index. We'll see.